Hello YouTube family, Greg D here with TG, and we are back for another DCUO video, and we're going to make this video a little shorter. This time we're not going to be doing so much in the way of gameplay today, but what we are going to talk about is we got some news about episode 40. Finally! Finally, folks, we got some news. So, we don't have an exact date yet. We do know that it's coming in April. So what is today? Today is the 10th of March. So you're probably looking 3, maybe 4 more weeks. Hopefully it's in the beginning of April, not necessarily like the middle or end of April, because as we discussed in the last video, we have gone 5 months now without an episode. But yes, we are getting ourselves an episode. So, as some of you guys had mentioned before about um, hearing that it is going to be a Flashpoint centered episode, you are correct. So, props to you guys. So basically, they're taking the events of the anniversary event, like the Anti-Monitor kind of thing, and we are getting a Flashpoint episode, which is being called. The episode itself is being called World of Flashpoint. And per the website here, it says the time-trapped Anti-Monitor's revenge, the greatest paradox of them all. Flashpoint has been pulled into our universe, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. In a world where superheroes have turned against each other and Professor Zoom has embraced a world-ending paradox, who is left to fix the time lapse? So, much like the Flashpoint story in the comics, you have Emperor Aquaman, who is leading Atlantis against in a war against Queen Diana, it says here, and New Themyscira, and then obviously you have Thomas Wayne as Batman. The Flash and his allies are racing to undo a critical paradox, but they still need someone from the future to leverage enough Speed Force to see through it. So in the world of Flashpoint, it will be up to our timeline-anchored superheroes and supervillains to intercede where they can before the world we know it disappears. So it says here, things to know about the world of Flashpoint. World of Flashpoint will offer standard and elite versions of all on-duty content. Very cool. Along with the level agnostic event versions available for a limited time. So basically that means no matter where you are, obviously there's going to be the event versions of everything. There's going to be like the little, area that you can go into, all that fun stuff. So no bad news there. It does say, let's see, the content will include the open world missions in addition to 1 duo, 1 alert, and 2 raids. So we get a decent amount of instances this time, which is an improvement from episode 39, because in episode 39 we only got 1 alert, 1 raid, and a bunch of the open world stuff. So maybe they're listening to us a little bit. Who knows? And we get a duo, we get an alert, 2 raids. So that's good. Obviously, I hope to some extent that we talked about this in one of the previous episodes, where I'm hoping that they do kind of follow along with the open world stuff, because with the open world stuff, you were able to get at least a piece or 2 of gear every day. You're able to get at least a piece of 2 of or the secondary currency, which will lead to the better generator mods and stuff. Now, the secondary currency thing kind of sucks in a way, just because you have to kind of divide your time up between all these other instances and things of that nature. But it doesn't say anything in here about that. Um, so it says the episode will feature Flashpoint inspired versions of DC's most iconic characters, including Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, and more. The storyline will include adventures set across a diverse set of Flashpoint inspired locales, including a Flashpoint version of Gotham City and a Nightmare Central City. Okay. The episode will launch new player rewards, including gear, styles, base items, and feats. Of course, will launch in April 2021 on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. So, no PS5 yet or anything like that. No new console stuff, but it is coming here, folks. So, it is coming very, very soon. I am very happy to finally get like an understanding, an idea of where we are headed. This is very, very good news, and I am hoping honestly that this will change. But it's like I said before, it sounds like that they are listening to us a little bit. You know, maybe not so much of the story will be in the open world. We are getting more of the, um, like I said, we're getting more instances. We're getting a duo. We're getting an alert. We'll get 2 raids, an event version of everything. I'll be curious to see what styles they're going with. Part of me thinks that if the story is going to be centered around like Aquaman and Wonder Woman, um, so let me wait for Joker to finish here. So I guess what I'm thinking is perhaps what'll happen is because the story is centered around, you know, Emperor, like basically King Aquaman, King Wonder Woman fighting against each other. I'm wondering if we're going to be getting a Flashpoint Aquaman style and a Flashpoint Wonder Woman style. Or if they're going to, you know, obviously I think somehow, some way, they are going to make it so that the gear is going to be a Flashpoint version of one of the heroes or the villains. So whether, like I said, whether that be, you know, Flashpoint, you know, Aquaman and Wonder Woman, maybe it's who the hell knows? Maybe it's a Flashpoint Cyborg and a Flashpoint Wonder Woman. Maybe it's a who knows? Honestly, but regardless, I'm oops, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want it. No, I don't want the freaking I don't want that. But I am pretty excited about this because we're getting some news, we're getting some instances. I'm excited to see what styles they actually come out with. It'll be nice to actually play content and be able to level up quickly again. It'll be interesting to see where the top end of the combat rating will be. I'm wondering also too if they're going to end up doing like giving us some new artifacts. If they're going to give us like an artifact that we can kind of use as a piece of gear and level it up with currency from that episode. So that'll be kind of nifty to see. Source shard. Huh. So it's interesting here too. I'm kind of looking into more of these other artifacts here, trying to figure out what exactly is the best way to go. And this one kind of is interesting to me because it is for damage. It says a creature of the void will come to fight for your side. I'm just kind of reading here. So power interaction now applies to target near primary target. Your pet casts a powerful damage beam for, you know, a certain amount of seconds to its target that applies the following power. Okay. So that's kind of interesting. So it'll help with the power interaction. I've heard that this one is actually a pretty decent artifact for your regarding damage roll. And then I've also heard that Source Shard is actually decent, obviously for the pets and everything. And I've been reading and seeing that the Quizlet artifact may actually be the best one for the DPS role. Now, I mean, don't quote me on that, but I've been kind of looking around about, you know, looking at other videos online and reading the forums, and it may be possible. Actually, you know what I should do is I should salvage all this goddamn gear. But Quizlet right now seems to be kind of like the most powerful DPS artifact, so that's something that I'm kind of might play around with a little bit. So, um, let's get rid of all this crap so I can level up some of my stuff here. Oh, I've got so much stuff. But again, very excited. Now, and also I wonder if they are going to keep this as just like a one-off story. Are they going to turn this into like a story arc that happens to kind of carry over into other episodes or DLCs? So that'll be kind of interesting to see as well. Um, Again, very, very excited though to see all this stuff. Um, what do I need for this? I need some. Okay, I need some marks. I need a lot of marks for those. Okie dokie. So, okay, I have nothing there. I need to do these ones. There we go. Oh, I've got a lot. Okay. And then we can do shabooty, shabooty, shabam, shabam, shabam. And then we can go to the next one. Give it a shabop and a shabooty. So, again, very, very excited. Very excited. I am combat rating 204. We are combat rating 204. I need to buy some freaking catalyst for the artifacts. That'll be another thing, like I said, that I'm interested in seeing too, is what we will get regarding what we're going to get as far as like the new artifacts. Are the artifacts going to be any good? Are we going to get one damage one tank one controller, one healer? Are we going to get more than one per role? So that'll be kind of interesting to see what they do as far as that kind of stuff. So again, I'm just kind of thinking out loud. But I'll be interested to see too if, or how I should say, the areas look, because you know a lot of times DC has this problem of they will take like an existing map and they'll just kind of change it a little bit, and it gets kind of annoying just because they just, you know, rehashed like old content, and they've been notorious for doing that for years, where they just, like I said, they just reuse old shit with a new story, or, you know, and it really pisses me off, and I hate when they do it. So that will be interesting to see, honestly. Or is this going to be like totally new maps and shit like that? It's hard to say, but you don't get me. But regardless, I am very much excited about this stuff. Curious to see what they're going to do with it. You know, I'm curious to see now, especially now that we know that we're getting new development team, what, you know, they plan on, how they plan on taking that ball and rolling with it. And will this mean, you know, better episodes, you know, more continued storylines from comic books, like that kind of thing. So, and I guess the question is now is what other kind of stories from the comic books would we like to see? You know what I would love to see? I would love to see I was just thinking about this, but I would love to see like the Doom. Well, you know, they made the animated movie Doom based off of it, but I believe it's called the Tower of Babel, where Vandal Savage steals Batman's contingency plans for the Justice League and uses those contingency plans to kind of weaken and kill off the Justice League, basically, so that he can, rule the world. So I think that that would be a fun DLC is also where, you know, you have to go through like a duo, an alert, a raid, this kind of thing where you have to save the Justice League or certain members of the Justice League from Superman being shot with a kryptonite bullet, or Martian Manhunter being set on fire, or the Green Lantern using his force of will and losing his power ring, and or Wonder Woman just continuously fighting to the point where she dies, and that kind of thing. So um, that would be a really really cool idea for a DLC. And as we mentioned in the last time as well, it would also be kind of cool to see something Booster Gold related as well. Like you could kind of spin it off from the Legion episode and make it like a futuristic type thing, but maybe you have to go, in this case, I think Booster Gold in the stories is from the 25th century, so maybe you have to travel to the 25th century and help him save the future and that kind of thing. But um, but yeah, so we got some work to do still. Yes, we do. We'll see. What is this? Demonic, Greco-Roman. We'll take that. So we still got some work to do because we still want to level up these bad boys. And we're going to get there. And obviously having the new episode. Again, there's no set date when exactly it's coming out. It just says April. So that could be April 1st. That could be April 30th. That could be April. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later because, again, 5 months taking a long time. So, but again, very, very excited. Interested to see how they will spin this and how the new development team will kind of take this ball and roll with it. So, I apologize that I've just been kind of rambling and talking, but again, I'm excited. So, not too much gameplay, but in the next episode, next video, we will get back into obviously the gameplay with our Let's Play characters here. So, for now, we're going to conclude this video right here. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, we'll see you soon.